Good morning, good morning, good morning. Do I got a sound check? Our internet's been acting wanky wanky. Good morning, she's a wildflower. Hey, Mama Freddie. What's up, Tracy? So, how many of you have seen the movie? How many of you watched it on Netflix? I wanted to talk about it. You want to talk about some predictive programming. What did they do? Like, honestly, did they run around to every prepper channel and like say, "Oh, okay, we're gonna take this insert from this prepper channel and this insert from this prepper channel. We're gonna put them all together, put them in a movie." I'm just curious because me and Dragonflies watched it. I wasn't overly impressed. I think that you need to watch it. It's interesting, but I think the biggest thing I took from it, okay, the scene is good, the beginning is good. They're trying to show a lot of racial division, little let me get at you kind of bullshit, right? Good morning, Scully. Good morning. But they tried to like, yeah, we're talking about Leave the World Behind. They're saying Dreaded Seeker that um it was produced or backed by the Obamas. I've been trying to look at that information, I can't really find it, but I'm sure it's there. But the thing is, it's really interesting to me is, the movie was, every take on the movie, everybody was good morning, copycat. Everybody was talking about that it was all based around racial division. I didn't take that from the movie in any way, shape, or form. I took, really what probably will happen is that the unprepared will want the prepared stuff. That's what I really took from it. There's a lot of over exaggeration in the movie, and you know, we all have talked about this on prepping channels all over the YouTube platform about the animals acting weird. I did take that from it. The deer came up, and I told Dragonflies, I said, "Wouldn't that be a shitter?" we're we're sitting here in the cabin thinking we're pretty cool and we're pretty safe, and then all of a sudden, 1,000 deer are outside the cabin looking at the cabin like it's dinner, right? So, I did take that from it, like, wow, because we have talked about strange animals, how the animals are reacting to things, and we don't really understand why. So I thought that was an interesting take on the movie. But I honestly believe what they did is they used a big, big fear factor. Run around, go to every prepping channel, and whatever's scariest, pull that out and put that scenario in the movie. So it didn't take a rocket scientist to make the movie, that's for sure. They really didn't. Um, the movie, of course, was in a mansion. And somebody had a bunker, and the best part of the movie, I thought, was that the little girl, maybe 10 years old, found the bunker. She found the bunker because she was curious and she was eating all kinds of goodies at the table from Pop Tarts. She raided the sweet rack in the kitchen, right? And she had Cheerios and Reese's breakfast cereal and all this stuff. But overall, I really give the movie a bunch of. Uh, I think that it was another fear factor. People are saying that's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to go on. I don't think so. I think I do see the animal behavior has changed and they know something's up. But there could be a lot of reasons behind that dreaded seeker, and we all know something we probably can't discuss on YouTube because they'll say we're conspiracy nuts, right? Um, but I think that the movie was they were really trying to show some more division. They were really trying to get more division, and like we need more division. We already got that. The Civil War take on it, that Civil War would happen, I believe will happen. I believe that we don't have to have somebody come in and bomb this country. We don't have to have somebody come in and basically nuke us or do a bunch of FF events because we're killing ourselves right now. I mean, if you look at the division around this country, it's you're this religion, you're that religion, you're this party, you're that party, you're this and you're not. And they have separated us up into pretty little sectors right now. And I think that when we think about that and we look at that, that's a huge thing that is already occurring. It's already occurring, it's already happening. Let's see who's up in here. I mean, how many of you have watched the movie? Have any of you watched it? and, drop your comments in the chat. I think that overall, whoever really produced this movie, it was off of a book. I think what they did is they ran around to prepping channels on YouTube and they gained information and they took the worst fears that prepping channels have, that preppers talk about. Yeah, yeah, well, and I'll tell you what, Tamara, um, with that comment right there about the deer, the thing that I've seen with the deer, and we live in the forest, right? But I think that the thing that I've seen with the deer is that they are really brave. Like, before, they would never come up close, and if you'd make just a little clap or a little snap, woof, they'd be gone, and now, they're not doing that. They're, like, looking at me like, "What do you want?" and, "Feed me." I've also noticed with the raccoons and the possums that the raccoons and the possums are actually coming up onto our deck. And when we go out there, before, if we just took my cane or my golf club, tapped it against the side of the deck, they would take off. That's not happening either. So the animals do know something. It's just like when there's an earthquake, and I'll never forget this. When I lived out in Los Angeles, there was an earthquake, and my cat tore across the bed and like scratched the shit out of me, and I was like, "What the hell?" And within, like, a minute, the earthquake hit. So I do believe that animals know a lot of things that are going on before we do. The movie, though, I I think that there was some far-fetched stuff. Okay, so comms are down, TV's down, computers are down, the internet's down, but the vehicles were all still running. And these were nice, nice vehicles. We're talking Jaguars and a Jaguar, and I believe, the other guy had like a Toyota, but they were all running. And isn't that interesting? I personally believe that if we have an EMP or all systems down, it's going to be all systems down. I believe that the cars are going to stop. And when the cars stop, it's going to cause major, major catastrophes. People are just going to hit each other. Oh, okay. Hey, RCX, have a good time. Have a great time at the graduation. Hey, Leah, copycat. She's a wildflower. Tam Tam, Tina Ladybug. But I think that if it comes to the vehicles, I think the vehicles will just shut down. And when they shut down, they will end up with a lot of road collisions. One, I think, because the big thing that'll happen is the cars will just stop dead in their tracks, a lot of them. And then the other interesting thing that I thought was really interesting is the Teslas on autopilot piled up the expressway. On autopilot, just rammed into each other, piled up on the expressway to block the expressway. And this is how predictive the programming is. This is how deep the shit is. Okay. So day before yesterday, we watched the movie. Yesterday, a a news broadcast comes out and through the main media that over 12 million Tesla cars were called due to the autopilot. I was like, is this just lining up stuff to tell everybody this is what's going to happen, or what they want to happen, and they want us to set it in motion by becoming paranoid preppers? I'm not a paranoid prepper. Has everybody got their coffee? I had a little bit of time this morning. Um, what's going on with Teresa? Good deal, Teresa. Glad to hear she went through the surgery okay. But this is funny to me because they keep putting out movies and things that people are like, "That's what's gonna happen." Is it really what's gonna happen, folks? I mean, like, honestly, I think that when it comes to prepping, I think that they're using the prepping channels, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they're using many of the prepping channels to spread the fear, to spread the fear, because there's too many prepping channels that just jump right on the bandwagon, and they say, "Okay, I gotta put this out there right now." Um 300 million cars in the world. Yeah, so imagine all the cars turning on us. But I think that they're using the prepping channels to spread the fear, to spread the propaganda, and to keep it going. And that's why I brought up the movie, because this is another great, grand example of exactly what they want people to do. They want people to be fearful. They want us to walk around in fear. And I refuse. I'm protected. I'm not gonna walk around in fear. I'm not gonna do it. I think that when you look at the things that are happening, yes, we have a lot coming at us as a country, right? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, and if you get hit into the fear, right, you'll get your video will go out like crazy, and that's just the truth. That is the truth, man. That is exactly where they want people to be. They want us to run around, chase our tails, come back, do a 360, and be scared to death. That is not who I am. That's not what I want to be, and that's not what I want the channel to be. We have options. We have options as a preparedness channel to go with the flow and spread the propaganda and spread the scare fear porn, right? The fear porn, or to look outside the box and look at things differently. And I really think that, a lot of times people talk about The Simpsons. Oh, everything that's in The Simpsons is happening now. If you really believe that, right, then you are in the matrix. You are in the program. I think a lot of things they do on purpose to show us what they're going to do, but then they turn it around on us and use it to make people scared. And I don't know about all of you, but I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I want to be prepared for situations, but I'm not going to be scared. Yeah. Yeah. Well, exactly, Dreaded Seeker. And, I hadn't heard of it. And then all of a sudden people are putting it out everywhere. And I'm like, what is this all about? So, I like preparedness movies, but I like stuff that really shows true factual stuff. I love watching bushcraft. There's a new show out, and it really shows these people going out and bushcrafting. That's really cool. I'm not really big into TV. I will tell you, last night I got hooked into a program. It's called The Pacific, but it was all based on true facts about WW2. And then I started thinking about, like, when has this country not been in conflict or war? That's what came to my mind as I'm watching this mini series about WW2, and it's like, when have we not been at war? See, they're using people's imaginations, the fear factor, to just scare the shit out of people. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't pay a dime to watch it. It's just like when me and Dragonflies were talking about The Sound of Freedom. I didn't have to watch The Sound of Freedom because The Sound of Freedom happened to my sister, right? I had a real life experience with human trafficking. I had a real life experience with losing my sister at 40 years old due to sex trafficking. And so when I don't need to watch any movie to understand what they're trying to do to us, right? It's pretty obvious. We just had another report, um, and this just came in, and I'll tell you what happened here. There's a company in California, and they're going to euthanize hundreds of thousands of chickens across North Arkansas, and they're moving ahead with it. They're gonna kill them all. And I'm like, and this is being reported by KY3.com. You know, that's what's happening to us. They're shutting us down. They're shutting our food down. There's there's a recall on chocolate. So if you want chocolate for the Christmas or New Year's, you better get it. Or Valentine's, you better get it now. I think that when we really look at things, we all know that there's something coming, and we all know something big's coming because the United States can't keep sidestepping and always thinking that we're safe, safe, safe. The United States hasn't seen hard times in a long time. And have we had a war, like a true out and out war, be it if it's civil or if it's an invasion here in this country? No, you know. Um, the collapse is definitely coming. Collapse is coming, and I think that the big thing is they're going to take us down. She's a wildflower at the kneecaps, and I think when I see that at the kneecaps that they're going to take us down, is they're going to take us down economically. They're going to take down our grid because those two things alone will set the United States back. back into the late 1800s. Most people will not survive, and that's because they haven't even thought about what if hard times come, you know? And I think that hard times are coming to the United States. Hard times. I'm talking times where you're going to be fighting over some food. You're going to be fighting over some clean water. And many people will. They will starve. Many people will go over the deep end. And I've talked to some of these people that are already over the deep end. Their mentality is absolutely shot. They're gone. They should probably be locked up in an insane asylum. That's how crazy they are. Um, and I mean violent crazy, like talking about this is what we should do to everybody that's this nationality. This is what we should do to everybody that is this religion. And see, the beauty of the United States, folks, is we can, I don't want to say be who we want to be because then we bring in the furries and all that shit, right? But we have the opportunity to speak up and speak out, and I think as time goes, that opportunity is gonna be taken away from us. It slowly is. It's being taken away, where we can't say this, we can't say that. If you speak up against this, you're considered a domestic, right? And if you do this, you're considered, there's just so many sectors that they're dividing us into. And, yeah, you'll eat the chickens. Well, and Scully, I agree with you. People will absolutely go ballistic, and they will fight for a chicken, or they will fight for a cup of rice, and when they doing that, there is going to be a lot of killings, and the crime rate is going to be off the charts, and when that does occur in this country, all of the unprepared, all the people that are in debt up to their asses, all the people that, have the blinders on that don't wanna listen to you, they're gonna be knocking at your door like, "Nunya, help me. Tamara, help me. She's a wildflower, help me." And do we do we want, to turn our backs on them? Raven had given me a different perspective on that, but I also believe that, um, there's gonna be a time and a place that we're gonna have to say, "I'm sorry. I can't do this for you. I can't give to you," because once they're at your door, they're gonna continue to return with their hand out. And that's one thing I did take from the movie is that, um, Leave the World Behind, is when they went to the man for help that they thought was a friend, he said, "Nope, I'm not gonna help you. What I will help you is he met him with a shotgun at the front porch and said, "I gotta protect me and my family, and we don't know how long this is gonna last. Do you not understand what's happening?" Right? And so, Daryl, it's definitely not a documentary. It is some more predictive things that they want everyone to be scared about. And I say no. It's right before Christmas. What a great time for this movie to come out to get everybody off kilter. They have to chop us down at our very, very core. They have to. Yeah, you like the prepper dude. Yeah, they had Kevin Bacon playing, the prepper dude, and he was basically straightforward, like, "You need to get back, you need to back up, you need to get off my property, and if you don't, I have a shotgun." And that is basically what it boiled down to. I think that when we really look at yes, you can be as sarcastic as you want, Daryl. Welcome to the chat. Glad to have you back. Yeah. I think that they want people to be scared before the holidays. They want people to not fly. They want people to not eat chicken. They want people not to live the American dream. And we're seeing the American dream be shattering right before our eyes. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, there's like this little window, and the gap is getting smaller and smaller, and the gap between the elite and the poor and the middle class is getting bigger. I think that, a lot of people don't realize what's gonna happen when they get their way, when we give up. And they're really trying to get people to give up at this point. They're trying to get people to quit prepping because this food's not good, that food's not good. And I'll tell you what, folks, I hope everybody has victory seeds. We handed out a lot here on the channel. I hope that you plant your own garden. I hope that you know where your meat and your chicken is coming from, because I think that our food chain is going to crumble. But I've known about the food chain crumbling for over 25 years. My dear friend that ran a health food store told me, KJ, the food chain will crumble. And that's why they left this country. And they ran a health food store, and I became very good friends with them. They gave me a lot of insight about what was going to occur. And here we are, and it's happening. You if you think about the food chain alone, all the additives that they're adding into the food alone, no wonder people are sick in the United States because we're not eating real food. We're eating food that's injected with this, and has all these additives. I always wonder, just for example, you go to the store and you get a loaf of bread. How long has that loaf of bread been around? How long did it take to get from being made and baked to being to the shelf? That is a interesting thing to think about because when you get a loaf of bread now and you eat a couple slices, that loaf of bread goes green and moldy very, very quick once the air hits it. And so that's something that we really need to think about. I think the other thing that we really need to think about is air quality in our homes. Air quality, if there would be a major catastrophe, such as train derailments, an FF event, uh, another plant catching on fire that has toxic fumes. Everybody needs to be on point about having some type of air respirator, air quality, because prepping channels sometimes we talk about the wrong things. We talk about food, water, food, water, food, water. There's a lot more to prepping than food, water, right? The number one thing is if we don't have clean air, if we don't have air that we can actually breathe in and breathe out and it not burn our lungs, right? And it not burn our lungs, we're screwed. We're screwed. And that's just the truth of that's the truth. Leave the world behind. I give it a 7. I'll give it a 7. I think that they took everything from every prepping channel in a quick wrap up about the movie. I think they took stuff from every prepping channel. I think they took the fear factor, the biggest fear factor from every prepping channel they could find. They wrapped it up into a movie. They added in the racial division, and then they added in the prepper versus the unprepared. And I think they added in the bunker, which was a very interesting take. The bunker was pretty cool that they had, but nobody made it to the bunker. And see, that's the other thing to consider. You go spend millions of dollars on a bunker. Who gets the bunker? Maybe not you. So that was an interesting take from a prepper's point of view. You go and you spend all this money on a bunker. You might not even make it to the damn bunker. So who gets it? Yeah. Oh, and they definitely are dreaded seeker. We all know that. Look at I did that special on the PFAs in the water. We know that the food's being GMO injected and all these different things. And now there's I think it's E104 and E109 that's being put into the food, which is actually insects. So I hope y'all like that. The air has been polluted and poisoned for decades, and that's thanks to corporations not really giving a shit, but yet they care about us. They care about what we're doing. They care about if we're going to drive too much or we're going to fly too much. They care if, well, maybe even if you exhale some gas, you know, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. There's all these things that they're talking about, and it's all about our footprint, not theirs, right? Biggest bullshit thing ever. Big bullshit thing. Big old bullshit. Um, why it was rated R. Oh, maybe when the kid, literally wakes up in the morning, goes like this, and starts pulling his teeth out. That was pretty disgusting, pretty bloody. Um, I don't know. Uh, that was the only part really. There was no sex in it. Violence, not no. I think it's maybe from the blood scene with the kid waking up after this horrific sound in his ears, right? Which could be a projected weapon, and, and then he wakes the next day and he's puking up blood, and then he goes like this and just starts pulling out his teeth, and, like, they show the roots and show it in his hand. Other than that, I don't think there's anything really bad, Boo. Language, no, no. Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about why it would be rated R, honestly. Oh, yeah. Yep, you're right. You're right. You're right, Tomcat. Yeah, Boo, that is one scene, but you can't see what he's doing. He's just, dreaming of the girl at the pool and, well, and doing something under the sheets solo, right? Um, why they put that part in, I don't know, it was that was the only you're right, Tomcat, that was a part. That was a part. He didn't have a magazine, though, he just had pictures, Boo. But I don't know. I think that overall, from a prepper's take completely on this movie, I think that it's just another way to get people in the fear mode and to infiltrate. Listen to the word I said, infiltrate the prepping community with another great fear factor. That's what I personally believe. Um, y'all, I got to get at it. I just wanted to come on for a little while this morning. I missed y'all. We do have prepper trivia Sunday night. It'll be a mix of Christmas and prepper trivia. Also, in a little bit, there is a new Christmas video coming out. I think I'll put it out as a premiere. I hope y'all enjoy it. I've really had a good time this month putting out my Christmas videos, and I hope that you can take the load off, redirect yourself, listen to some Christmas tunes and some great animations. I appreciate y'all being here. I will see y'all Sunday night on a live stream. We may have a live late tonight at a late night preppers club. It just depends what time I get done doing all uh, my work today. This is a busy time of the year, end of the year at my work, and so I've been working a lot. No, I did not hear that. So I would say watch the movie. You may take something really interesting from it. I think on a prepping aspect, like on a true prepping aspect, I think the thing I took from it is that you could have all the preps in the world, but people are going to come for it. I think that you could have all the stash that you're going to have, and people are going to come for it. And you're going to have to make some harsh, harsh decisions of who you let in and you turn away. And then you're going to have to face what happens, right, when you turn them away. What happens? I'll tell you what to watch, Country Prepper 19. Great movie, y'all. It's a mini series called The Pacific. It's on based about World War II. It's on Netflix. It's also on HBO. You could probably pick it up off of YouTube. The Pacific. It's a 10-part series. It's all about WW2. Very interesting and very eye-opening to anybody about when you think in the chat or when you say in the chat, bring it, you want war. After watching that, you may reconsider your smart Alex odds because you definitely will get PTSD. If there's a war or a conflict, you will definitely have a little part of your mind that's going to play funny tricks on you. And it's going to be a really hard time if this country breaks out into a civil war. And so I hope that y'all enjoyed this morning. I just missed y'all. Wanted to say hello, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night. I hope you can make it to Prepper Trivia. We'll have Prepper Trivia. We're gonna have a little homesteading trivia and a little Christmas trivia. So we're gonna have fun tomorrow night, and of course, we're gonna take it out the OTWP way with a song. God bless y'all from here in the Ozarks to wherever you're at. Make today count. It's December the 16th, 2023 at about 8:47 a.m. Central Time. God bless y'all. Until I see you again, my friends. Head on a swivel, stay safe, but enjoy life. Keep on doing the dang thing. No matter what, don't let them get to you. And don't let the programming get too deep in your head. Keep on enjoying life and keep on doing the things that matter. Spend time with your family and your friends and those grandbabies, dreaded seekers. Spend time with them. Let's take it back to the old dirt road.
Take me back to the old dirt road where Mama and Papa used to go. Let's sing all them songs from a long time ago and pine for them old days of yore. Well, let me run through the breeze like the leaves on the trees. Let me fly like the leaves when they fall. Well, let my mind go serene like a cool water stream that runs from the mountain so tall. Oh, take me back down the old dirt road. Take me home to rest where the mockingbirds nest and to cry through the green in the spring. Let's go back a ways to the old bygone days and the simple time we lived back when. Well, let the pull of the plow bring the sweat from my brow and the glow of the fire pull me home. Let me wind down my days in the sweet dusty haze. Take me back down the old dirt road. Oh, take me back down the old dirt road.